Welcome to the Reese Report. I'm the mouth of the North, Andrew Reese, and we are back for What's Bothering Us. Yes, our weekly therapy session. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think of our show. But you see, we have our friend Gil Santos back. See, he's been gone for 3 weeks. And so we're going to ask him first what's bothering him because, man, he's been gone a long time. He must have a lot of stuff on his mind, a lot of stuff to talk about. Gil, what's bothering you the last few weeks?
Um, well, watching the World Cup bothered me. There's a lot of stuff that looked fishy to me, but congratulations to Argentina. They won. And that's all I can say. I'm not gonna get all involved of what happened, of my opinion, because everybody's gonna have their own opinion. So, but congratulations to them, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. What else has bothered me? The Well, at least the Packers are not bothering me now. So that's the good news. Our hockey team was a little disappointing. The end, everybody's starting to suck out and, blaming each other. We got to keep our heads up. We went to two finals. You're not going to win all the time. We just got to stick together, tell the boys to stick together, and that's it. We just got to be a team, be united, and never mind the baby stuff. We're all grown men, right? So
Hmm.
you lose or you're not, it's over. Let's regroup and go again for next year. And we need leadership, right? Like I'm getting
Yes.
old. I already talked to Jose about retiring. Maybe I have to, maybe I have to leave. I don't know what's going on with my body, but my knees aren't getting any better. And you guys are pretty much saying I'm starting to stink, right? So maybe I have to move on. So we'll see about that. We'll make a decision on that, and depending how I feel. And then right now, I can't really think of anything else right now, to be honest
Well,
with you.
we were going to talk about the World Cup, Gil. So I want you to tell me what you thought of the World Cup. This is your opinion. It's not anyone else's. We're going to talk about the World Cup. I'm going to bring it up. Jose's going to bring it up. What were your thoughts of what happened? If it's bothering you, we're going to talk about it anyway. So what were your thoughts on the World Cup?
It's not bother. It's not that. It's just what I seen looks a little fishy. I don't want to take away that Argentina didn't play bad or or
Yeah.
whatever. It's got there. They got there. There's just some funny. I find the first penalty shot, first penalty shot against France was weak. I don't really think that was a penalty shot,
Hmm.
right? And
Right.
then there's one with Holland where the ball passed with the Netherlands. The ball passed the
Yes.
goalie,
Right.
and then the goalie, the play was done, and he kind of threw himself on the goalie. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
the rest I think pretty much fair because
Yeah.
they had pretty much a penalty shot every game, all the way right
Yes.
to the finals.
Yes.
But that's even unheard of. They had a penalty shot every single game. There was a penalty shot, which
Yeah.
is really odd.
Yes.
And then France that game they were sleeping, and in about 10 minutes they start to become France. They changed that game. You seen Argentina was tired. You can tell they were beat. And the goalie made a big save there at the end because that game was done if that goes in,
Yeah.
right? And then shootouts are shootouts. It is what it is.
Mhm.
They won and they won, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Argentina dominated the first 70, I think it was like 75 minutes of the game. It
Yeah,
was all
but
Argentina.
yeah,
And then I agree, the penalties were soft. I 100% agree. The penalties were soft. Some people believe that it was a penalty. I thought it was a pretty soft penalty. I thought Angel,
well,
yeah,
if you look at it, France's penalty shot is soft as well.
yes,
But because he called the Di Maria one, he has to call out.
right. And so until France got that penalty, they had nothing. Um, I don't think Argentina was tired. I think they were shell shocked, and we saw this against the Netherlands. When as soon as the Netherlands scored a goal, even when Australia scored a goal, they got all shell shocked, and then they didn't know what to do. They were kind of, and it happened in the France game, and they scored literally 2 minutes after the penalty on a great play to Mbappe with the volley. However, after the volley, when we got to extra time, it was all Argentina again, and then they scored the 3-2 goal by Messi, and then again a penalty shot on a an elbow ball. Now, I've watched soccer for a few years now. I do know the rules. If if you do an elbow like this to your body, that's still a penalty.
As long
If the
as
ball,
if your elbow's sticking out of your away from your body, then that's a penalty.
if you tuck your arm like in like this,
yeah,
Yeah,
they won't call it, but his arm stuck out. So
yeah.
yeah,
it
okay,
it took away the trajectory of the ball. 'Cause if you look at the ball, I
hmm
don't know if it was gonna go in or not, but it was
right,
going to the corner. So if your
right,
elbow's sticking out of your body, it counts as a handball.
right.
If you have it tucked like this, the ref shouldn't call it.
Yeah. So that was just one of the craziest games I've ever seen. It was a wild game. So that's just what you thought of. I mean, that's what you thought of the World Cup, pretty much.
Well, yeah, and then Morocco played great.
Yeah, yeah, they did.
Hands to them, right? They were the surprise team of the tournament,
What were your
right?
thoughts on the Portugal elimination?
Well, Portugal didn't score. Morocco went there, took the header, they scored, and Portugal tried to attack, and they couldn't get it in. Bono made a lot of big saves too.
Mhm.
Got to give him credit.
Do you think the coach deserved to be fired?
Yeah, fired or even him leaving, they need to part ways. The team that Portugal has is not for his system. So
Right.
even if Portugal wants to bring Jose Mourinho, he's the same system. He's
He's the
still the
same
same
thing.
style.
Right. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
they gotta bring an attacking coach.
Mhm.
Portugal has an attacking team.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be playing with two defensive midfields. They shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Jose, uh, I'm gonna get to what's bothering you. And I'll ask you, and maybe Gil can come in when you finish with your thoughts. What's bothering you uh, this week?
Congratulations to FIFA. You got your gold debate overdone with. You a FIFA organization that comes out with the tweet saying the gold debate is finally the solved.
Oh wow, I didn't even
Congratulations.
see that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you. I'll send it to you. Since you've been
Absolutely.
sending me so many fucking pictures of this and that, of Lionel Messi and this and that. Listen,
Mhm.
Lionel Messi, great player. He pushed Argentina to win. He wasn't the only one.
Correct, and I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that.
You had Enzo Fernandez when he came in the game against Mexico when they needed
Yep.
to win. He
Yep.
played amazing, stellar performance throughout the whole tournament.
He won best young player, so yeah.
It's kind of sad that every game's 0-0, and then there's always a soft penalty shot to
Agreed.
make it 1-0. That
Agreed.
changes the whole atmosphere of the game. Don't
Agreed.
come with this. I'm not saying Argentina wouldn't win or
Yeah.
they wouldn't have fight, but it changes the whole momentum and the whole complex of the game.
Yeah.
So that's
That
another
part of it
that's
sucked.
another story.
That part of it sucked.
That's another story.
Yeah.
You're talking about how Ronaldo only scores penaltos, and what did Messi do? He only scored one goal on open play, which was a nice goal against Mexico, and then the rest were all penalty shots.
He scored
So
three goals. 3 goals in open play.
He scored 3 goals in what 3 goals did he score in open play? Well,
The first goal against Australia, which was from outside the box, and the tap in against France.
Yeah. Okay. So what? But the rest were all penalty shots. So
Yeah.
don't come
But
with the stories about.
I'll get to Messi. I was more impressed with other stuff Messi did, not his goals. But anyway, I'll get to that.
Anyways, and then the other thing is Enzo Martinez, the goalie. Dude, have some respect.
What
Have some
is that his
respect.
name? Enzo Martinez?
No, it's Emilio.
Emilio
Emilio
Martinez.
Martinez.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Have some respect, dude. You win best goalie of the tournament. You shouldn't have won. First of all, it should have gone to the Croatian goalie. Okay, if you check the stats, the Croatian goalie more saves.
Yes, he was good.
More penalty stops than you did, and he should have won the goalie of the tournament. And then you go and do your celebration. You have a puppet with Mbappe's face on it. Come on, dude. The guy popped in 4 goals on your ass, and you're making fun of him. like that. Like, have some respect, dude. Like, and you made a couple good nice saves in the penalty shot, but dude, have some respect. You guys won, but there's a like, don't do that shit. What comes around goes around. Don't believe in karma, man. Karma's a bitch. Anyways, talking about the World Cup, it was great. The final was not. It was great. I'll tell you right now, it was like one of the best finals I've ever watched. It was a first half Argentina and then when France got that penalty shot, then France took over. Mbappe, stellar performance. And then after, buddy, like Gil said, that was a big save at the end by Martinez.
Which is why he won goalie of the tournament.
Yeah, but he didn't deserve it. 100%. Like, you could check. I'll show you the stats between the Croatian goalie and
the problem is, Jose, when Argentina beats them 3-0, you can't give goalie of the tournament to the Croatian goaltender.
Oh, why can't you? What's the problem?
Argentina doesn't win the World Cup without their goaltender.
They don't win the World Cup without their goaltender. Okay,
Look at the saves he
the one
made.
who scores the goals.
Look at the saves he made.
What saves did he make? The only saves that he
made two shootout saves and the final save against France, which allowed them to get to.
Croatia doesn't win third place without their goalie either. He made 3 saves in the penalty shots against Brazil. What's your point?
Okay.
He made more saves in the tournament than Martinez did.
Okay.
He made more saves inside the box than Martinez did. He made more penalty shots and saves than Martinez did in the tournament. Don't come. The only thing because he won the tournament, whatever. It is what it is.
They beat Croatia 3-0. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. And then they lost to South. So you're telling me Saudi Arabia goalie's better because Saudi Arabia goalie won against
Martinez was a major factor in them winning. Jose, right. I don't think you can argue with that. He was a major factor in them winning.
And that's pretty much it. What I have to say.
And when he grabbed the award, he did it like he was holding his cock.
Yeah, that was weird. That was, I don't know. He's that goalie's he's a little weird. There's something wrong with him for real. Like there's nothing like
if Ronaldo did that, he would have been fined already.
Yeah. They would have been all over the news. They would have been all over the news. Oh, he does this and he does that.
Jose, your thoughts on Portugal's elimination and their tournament?
I already gave you my thoughts.
Oh, did you? You did last week, right? Okay, yeah.
I thought it was bullshit with the Argentinian refs. There was a couple of calls that could have gone to video VAR check.
One handball,
the push on the pull on the jersey against Sting. If Messi can get slapped in the face and called a penalty shot, a pull in the jersey inside the box is a penalty shot. I'm sorry. But no, sure. I know it's not Messi, but you know what I mean?
And it was clear too. It was not.
No, yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
He fully grabbed his shirt.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all.
And then like I said to you guys, they missed a lot. Their scoring chances. Morocco defended stellar. The goalie made some nice saves.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah,
please don't hire Jose Mourinho.
Oh God,
he's got the pedigree, got the name and this and that, but please don't hire him because he's not the coach for Portugal. If anybody's to coach this Portugal team, it's Ruud George, an offensive coach. He's been coaching these kids in the under-21. Give him a chance to coach the national team.
I agree.
I think he deserves it with all what he's done in the under-21 squads.
Absolutely. And he knows the players, right, Jose? He would know all the players, right?
100%. All these players have played with him before they caught up to the national team.
Yeah.
And as for that, that's what my opinion is.
One more question, Jose. Did Santos deserve to be fired?
He didn't get fired. First of all, he resigned. He resigned, and he did it. I thought personally, he did the best thing for the team.
Right.
Because he didn't have to. He's still under contract for 2 more years.
It was a mutual thing.
Yeah,
sat down.
Exactly.
I understand.
If he wanted to be a dick, he would have stayed because he's still under contract for 2 years.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. So he
chose to leave.
He saw that his time was up, and he went peacefully. Hey, listen, I don't give a shit. The guy people can say whatever the fuck they want about him, but without him, we wouldn't have won these 2 trophies that we won.
Right.
And we wouldn't have won any national tournaments like they did. So I
Right.
gotta give him great. Everybody gave him praise when he won, and everybody was giving him shit when they won 6-2 or 6-1 against Switzerland. He was the best before putting Ronaldo on the bench. And
That's
then
right.
when he put him on the bench and they needed him to play, he got criticized for that. Like, please, man.
Yep.
The problem with Portuguese people and Portuguese thing is the media. The media destroys everything. Not only in Portugal, it's in England, it's in everywhere. The media fucks up everything. They make one little thing into a big, huge problem, which it isn't. Like the Ronaldo situation, dude. Like it, it was stupid. It was stupid of him doing the interview before the World Cup. But he wanted to get out of Manchester United, so he put
And
the
do it
spotlight
after
on
the World
himself.
Cup. Then do it after the World Cup. Don't do it
Yeah,
before the World Cup.
exactly. Yeah, he should have aired it after the World Cup or
Yes.
whatever, or
Yeah.
something like that. But it is what it is.
Right.
Portugal, they'll be back. Before my death, I will see Portugal raise the World Cup trophy.
Yeah, we talked
But
about that last week. I think the future's bright for Portugal. I think they have a lot of talent and they're gonna be a threat going forward. They got a lot of young players. I think they're better without Ronaldo now. Maybe they weren't years ago, but right now, in the last couple of years, that team has been better without Ronaldo. They play better without him. They seem to play more with each other without him. There's not as much pressure when he's not on the field. And so I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be a big threat for the Euros and for the World Cup after that. So, are you done, Jose?
no, I'm not done.
Nope, keep going, man.
Well, what else is bothering me has been the Raptors.
Oh my God.
Raptors. Although they came up big for me today because I put a nice little bet on them and they
It
won.
did. Yes.
Big game. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But besides that, Masai, please do something. Like I know you see the team that the way it is. It's struggling. Please make a deal or start getting rid of people and getting draft picks. If you
Yeah.
see this team's not going anywhere, start dealing these guys Varane deletes for a couple of draft picks.
Gary
You
Trent.
can always get Gary Trent Jr.
Yeah.
Siakam. Like even if you want to get rid of Siakam, like you can get like a good package for him and stuff like that. Just start shaking up this team because the way the team's going, we have no future, and we're not going to do anything in the playoffs. I don't even know if we're going to make the playoffs for the way we're playing, but we'll see how it is. I'm just saying, I think they need a shakeup. That's all they need. They need
100%.
like a little trade there. Blue Jays.
Oh my God.
Um,
Carlos Rodon is a Yankee.
yeah, like I just don't understand. Like, what the hell are you guys are doing? You have the money. Start wasting the fucking money, man. Start wasting on Carlos Correa. Like, you guys could sign Carlos Correa. Why can't you go after Carlos Correa? You can put him as a shortstop. Fucking put Biggio in the outfield. Trade Biggio.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, fucking have some balls and go for it, man. Like, if you guys
Yeah.
think you're gonna win the World Series, you have the players that you're gonna win the World Series. Like, then go for it, man. Like, go for it
Yeah.
now. Why you have all these good players? Why are you gonna wait until they're all gone and then after, oh fuck, here we go, rebuild again? You know,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on, man. Like, it's just a joke.
Yep.
And one more thing, to back to the NFL. New England Patriots.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't understand. Sometimes I just don't understand what the fuck are you guys thinking about, dude? You're going into overtime. Why are you lateraling the ball back? Like, what do you think? What do you think is gonna happen? Even if you give it back to your quarterback, what do you think he's gonna do? You think he's gonna throw an 89-yard bomb or 70-yard bomb to the end zone? That guy can't even throw fucking 10 yards. You're talking about Jimmy G. Fucking this guy can't even fucking throw the ball deep down the field either. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand. That was the stupidest play I've ever seen in my life. One of the dumbest plays I've ever seen in my life.
He was trying to be a hero.
Yep.
Yeah, he's trying to
That's
be a
right.
hero, and he's causing his team a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And one more thing is I was upset that I lost in my fucking fantasy in the playoff by
Yeah.
like a couple of points to Gil's sister.
Yeah.
It was close. It was close,
Heartbreaker.
but then it was close. But then she beat me up by a couple of points at the end. But
Yeah.
hey, good luck to her in the semifinals and to everybody else in the
Yeah.
It was fun. It's fun.
It
Problem
is.
is,
It is.
all my guys at the end got injured. My Cooper Cup, that was a big loss for me.
Yeah.
Pierce.
Yeah.
So, but I'll be back next year. I'll be back. So far I've always made the playoffs every year. I made it to the semifinals my first year. This year, quarterfinals. So it's not bad. Well, I'm due and watch the fuck out for me in the hockey pool because I'm coming up. I'm moving on up. Even with all my guys, even with the guy that's concussed doesn't want to play for the rest of the season. I'm
That's
coming
right.
up.
That's right.
All right, that's
Gil, what play was worse? The New England
Can you hear
play?
me now?
Yes, Dad, we'll get to you. What play
Oh,
was
you can
worse,
hear it.
Gil? Yes, we'll get to you. What play was worse, Gil? The New England play or the play when you were in Mexico?
Oh, the play when I was in Mexico. That was horrible. That was horrible. That was a clear interception, and refs were looking at each other. I don't know. It was just bad.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do. What's worse, the butt fumble or that play?
The butt fumble's worse. No, the butt fumble's worse.
But I mean, like that you can ask, not the referees. The referees that was a buddy. I smashed my bet because I lost that parlay. Trust me,
Okay.
I know how it feels.
All right, I'm gonna get to what's bothering me. My dad has finally joined us, and he can hear us now, so we'll get him in on this. But I'm gonna get to what's bothering me. Guys, feel free to cut in as I'm going through this. I'm gonna start with the World Cup. I know all the focus is on Messi. I'm the first person to put the focus on Messi. I'm a huge fan of Messi. I think he 100% deserved this. I thought he was great the entire World Cup. I want to point out not his goals because a lot of people are pointing out his penalties and calling him Pessy and all this stuff. To me, his best plays were when he was on the ball. The assist that this guy got that set up tap-ins were the highlights for me, not his goals. The assist when he ran around one of the best defenders in the world, Garvidal, took him for a ride, took him for a spin cycle and set up Alvarez. That was more impressive than any of his goals. The assist in the Netherlands game where he put it through three guys to set up Molina, that was more impressive than any of his goals. But the goals he did score were huge goals. He absolutely deserved to be the best player and he deserved to win the World Cup. You want to talk about the referees? That's fine. The referees weren't good. They called a lot of bullshit penalties. That's not Messi's fault. And he absolutely deserved it, whether the penalties got called or not. I do agree, though, that the penalties sucked. And it takes away from, you wanting to give full credit. I understand that. But there's no way you can take it away from Messi. He deserved it. Now, I want to point out some players.
Well, there was one thing that bothered me though was when Messi went to go hoist the World Cup. Why the fuck did they put the cape on him for?
Apparently, this is some warrior thing that was pre-planned for him to wear before he lifted the trophy or something like that.
By the FIFA and that guy that will organize.
Salt Pay or whatever the fuck his name is.
No, it's that Prince guy that was handing out the trophies. He's the one who organized the Qatar.
So it was pre-planned, Gil. It was pre-planned for him to wear. Yeah, I was wondering too, but yeah, that was.
I wouldn't want to win the World Cup and have a robe in front of my jersey.
Neither would I. Neither would I. But I guess this was pre-planned for the winner. But
he took it out after. He took
it off after. Now I want to point out some players not named Messi who were unbelievable in this tournament because believe it or not, guys, I actually watched the entire tournament because I was at home. McAllister, the guy who plays for Brighton, he was unbelievable in this World Cup, as well as Enzo Martinez. The midfield of Argentina completely dominated this tournament, along with Rodrigo de Paul. That's how they could control the play and pass the ball to each other and have the possession. They were dominant for pretty much the first half of every game, including the loss to Saudi Arabia, which Gil pointed out to me. They were a huge difference. The goaltender was unbelievable. I disagree with Jose. I thought he should have been the goaltender of the tournament because of his shootout saves and the save that saved the World Cup for them at the end because France could have won it in extra time if not for that kick save he made at the end. And then, of course, he made the penalty saves and one guy missed for them to win it. So I think they were full. I don't like the fact that all we're talking about is the refs and penalties. The best team won in the end. They deserve to win. They dominated most of the games. The penalties they really can't control. I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Now, I don't know if Gil watched this, but there was a play in that game where he signaled to Christian Watson, and Watson didn't get the signal. He just pointed to his hand or something, and then he threw the ball to him, and he wasn't looking. And Rodgers is throwing up his hand and showing up his player. I swear to God, if I was Christian Watson, I'd go punch him in his face. He needs to stop doing that. He's done it 3 or 4 times to this guy. And if I'm him, I'm like, where's Jordan Love? Can you get him in the game? Because when Jordan Love played last time, I caught two bombs for touchdowns. I think the players have had enough of this guy. And I think if I'm the Packers, but they can't do it because of his cap hit, but I'd be going to Jordan Love next year. But because of his cap hit, they can't. So, you know, we'll see
You
if
know,
the Packers.
you don't like seeing that. You don't like seeing that. But the last hockey game we were playing, what did you do? Who came off the bench crying?
Who came off the bench crying?
You did. Oh, fuck this! I'm not gonna play no more, and you
That's not
left.
what I did. I said, let Randy play. That's what I said. I
No,
said,
you
put
were
someone
mad.
else on the floor.
You said I don't want to be on the floor. If you're supposed to be on the floor, why were you coming off?
I was coming off because Randy was coming on.
No,
That's why I came
you
off.
you came off. No one called you off. It was your time to stay on. You chose to come off. You were pissed. Everybody was
Absolutely, I was
pissed. It
pissed.
wasn't just you. So it's a game momentum thing. So Rogers threw the ball. He felt the miscommunication. He's
Hmm.
trying to win the game. So it's a game. It's a game motion.
Okay, but I didn't show up any other player, Doc. I didn't pull a Lino and tell Stevie's not running. That's not what I did. I left because I wanted to go off the floor. I saw Randy coming on the floor. I told Jose we need a guy who's gonna be in for the goalie, and then I ran into you, and we got too many men on the ice panel on the ice. It was a complete communication disaster, is what that game was. But I'll get into the Thundercocks in a second. I didn't like what Rogers did, but that's who Rogers is. He likes to throw people under the bus. Now I'm gonna get to the Pats play. Um, it was just dumb. Jose pointed it out. It's one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen in my life. Apparently, he went rogue and decided he was going to try to win the game. One of the funniest memes we'll ever see in our lives is Jones on Jones violence, because that's what happened. Chandler Jones trucked them and got the touchdown on Mac Jones, which was hilarious. But that's the Pats after Tom Brady. They're a disaster. Mac Jones was 13 for 31 for 113 yards because he's got some defensive coordinator calling his plays. Lino, your team's a disaster. Go get Zappy and put him in the game. Tony Barbosa, I'm really sorry I have to do this to you, but your Colts are just the worst team I've ever seen play football. Like, you have a 33-0 lead, and you allow Kirk Cousins of all people, Kirk Cousins, to come back on you and win the game. Like, you had to extend their fraudulent. Gil must have been so mad. Minnesota's going to win like this again. So, Jeff Saturday, I don't think you should ever coach on a Saturday again after that. Thank God you're in on Monday this week, because we don't need to see you on Saturday after that. The only coach in history to give up that lead. They put the record. It was like 14-55 and 0 teams were with that lead. What a disaster.
That's why Nick Foles is
yeah.
starting.
Yeah, Nick Foles is starting now. Another disaster. Gil, how mad were you watching the Vikings come back?
Yeah, it was it was a little good for the Vikings, but the Colts, they're how you a national football team getting paid millions and millions of dollars and you blow a 33-0 lead. It's just unheard. Like, those guys should not be playing football.
Right. That's why they benched Ryan. They benched Ryan. They told Jonathan Taylor to stay home. They should just send everybody home and just start the practice squad after that. So,
it was just embarrassing.
Yes. So that's what was bothering me. I'm gonna let my dad get in here. We got 5 minutes, Dad.
That's it. Okay,
yeah,
that's enough.
Don't worry. Hopefully that's enough. But go ahead. What's bothering you?
Well, first of all, my technology here, my stupid headset here, all I do is push the middle button. That's so bad. I'm so bad. That's why us old guys should forget about technology.
That's right.
But anyway, I finally fixed it, and I don't know what you guys talked about before, so I don't want to repeat anything.
Go ahead.
I mean,
we haven't. You say what you want to say. Go.
I wanted to talk about the fact that what bothered me was you, because I had a thing with you about the way you talked about the last show in regards to disrespecting me, not so much me, but the people who are going to listen to the show after. It looks bad on me that you said what you said, but I knew that I wasn't coming back, and I told you I wasn't coming back, so I didn't feel so bad. But I was more concerned about the people watching the show, thinking that you didn't think much of me, as a coach. But
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah,
That being said,
our problem is not coaching, Dad. Gil and I think we just discussed it. There's a lot of personalities and egos on the team that are causing problems, including and Gil pointed out, including myself. I lost my mind in the last game.
So that being said, I was I'm not going to come back in April. I know I didn't finish what I had to do. I think I did what I had to do for Jose. Take care of the shifts. I won some games while he was away. He went shopping with the wife, went to Florida. I came back and I got 2 W's. I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
And it's true. The team is not coachable for me personally. I don't think that's my opinion. But that's not the other reason I don't want to coach in April. Is first the Leafs will be in the playoffs, so I don't want to miss any Leaf games. And with the wife, we go on vacation in April. We go do stuff in the summertime. So probably that's another reason why I won't come back. So it's official. Now, the other thing that's bothering me is Sheldon Keefe. Okay. And his 5 forwards.
Oh boy.
God, this is so annoying. This is so annoying. So dumb. I mean, it worked yesterday. They got 6 shots. Okay. Because they had no Sandin. But if you looked at the other 2 times they tried it, they almost got scored on. The Anaheim game, they tried it. It didn't go very well. They could have got scored on. Same with the Washington game. What's this guy thinking? 5 forwards. The other team's just licking their chops. Forwards can't skate backwards. It's the stupidest thing ever. I don't know what he's trying to do. I hope he doesn't do this in the playoffs.
Gil, how do you feel about still being better than the Leafs right now?
I feel great. But we'll see in the playoffs. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. But if you guys are thinking the Leafs are going any farther or not,
they'll be done in April. We are. They'll be done in April like usual.
Yes,
until they get a number 1 defenseman.
Yeah,
why are you playing with 5 forwards?
Yeah.
Why are you playing with 5 forwards?
Listen, your team will be long gone.
You don't have a defenseman.
Your team will be long gone. Not worried about Jersey. Listen,
your team's been gone every goals. Your team's been gone every first round. You haven't passed the first round.
Hey, we're second in goals against. When's the last time you heard that, Gil? Second in goals against. You know what that means? The first round. Against? Yeah, and goals against. And that's never happened in who knows how many years. But that's a good sign. The way they're playing, and it's because of the injuries, what happened when Riley, I think, went out, the team put together to play a defensive style. I can't believe they finally got the shit right. Finally. And Riley, as far as Riley was concerned, I wasn't too sad about him being out because Sandin stepped up. And the team as a team playing defensively is very encouraging. I think I'll make a prediction right now they'll get by the first round. How about that? And so as far as the Riley trade goes, I heard some rumors. Andrew was talking about Riley going to Chicago.
For Patrick Kane, yeah. That I put this out there that they should trade
Riley
for Kane. Yeah.
I wish, but I think Chicago's going to want more than Riley.
Yes.
Maybe I would say Riley and another forward and a first round pick.
Yeah. which they don't have. So yeah.
Could they match the salaries though? Does he make $8 million?
No, they'd have to keep some of $3 million of the salary for the trade to work.
Okay.
But if you want to talk more, we'll have to do a part 2 as we are running out of time with that. Do you want to come back?
Okay, just one more thing. More thing. The only time there's ever been 5 players of the same kind on the ice was back in the 60s when Punch In Mike was the coach of the Leafs. He went with 5 defensemen one time.
Oh, God.
5 defensemen is not bad because if you want to defend the lead.
That explains why they haven't won a cup in 60 years.
No, that's when they were winning cups, though.
Oh, okay. All right. That's great.
So, am I done?
Yeah.
Too bad. But anyway, I just hope Sheldon Keefe doesn't do this 5 forward business. But, I mean, it worked a little bit yesterday. But the other thing before I go, I wanted to say that soccer, I wish they would play like